957Jamz. Jeezy's in the building. 957Jamz, it's your hype man, Jeezy Stone Sturdy Show is in the building, and the man you've all been waiting to see. Actually, some of them got a chance to see you already. Jeezy's in the building. What up, Jeezy?
What up, though? What up, though? What's happening? What's happening? Church in these streets, man. November 13th is going down, man. You know, Jeezy is a brand you can trust. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Blue Magic, baby.
So listen, let me ask you this. We went to Monica's album release party, and she was real excited about you, and you guys teamed up on one of the tracks.
Yeah.
All right.
On the new album or her album?
On the new album.
On her new album, Red Zone?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I'm in the process of doing one more for her. But Monica like my sister, homie. Like she like the A-Town queen, man. So we all got we all support her in any and every way. She's been doing it for a while. She just always support everybody else. So
exactly. Now she started talking about the whole church in these streets thing, and
she's very into religion.
Okay, right. So then when we saw you, we were like, okay, this is new. The Jeezy and the suit game and all that, and on the Instagram.
I clean up nice, my G.
Okay.
Time for it, Saudi, man.
All right.
But it's it's just the evolution, man. We can't stay in the same place forever. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a person that's just was outside of the box anyway. You know what I'm saying? And, like I move in different circles now, so sometimes it calls for that. I'm the hood's representation. So when I walk in that room with Barack Obama or whoever, you know what I'm saying, I want them to respect me because I represent us. You've been in the game, as long as I've been in the game. You got to diversify your portfolio, man. Like you got to really, you got to really play the game for real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just fun. It's for life. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm in a position of real power. I sit down with real people that can really make things move. And I represent the streets. I represent the struggle. So when I sit in these rooms, I want them to respect me the same. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like not look at me just like I'm just a dude who in this room because I'm me. You know what I mean? Because I represent what we represent. And I think with anybody, once you get to a certain point in your life, you know what I'm saying, you got to do what's right for you and your cause. That's what I call keeping it real.
So when people do people, because ignorance will challenge that. They'll be like, yo, you ain't keeping it real no more because you don't fool with your boy.
Hey man, listen, when you become grown, man, you gotta take care of you and yours. You can't worry about what everybody talking about. You already put that time in. You know what I mean? We don't put the choppers away. That's all it does.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about Jeezy. Let's talk about Jeezy the Boss real quick. The Jeezy the Boss.
But the thing about me, man, I've been a boss, since I was a younger dude. You know what I mean? When I was 14, 15, I had people 35 and 40 ask me what did I think about things. You know what I'm saying? I probably saved more lives than you ever know by telling people, look, man, we can't do that. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Or, put somebody in a position of power because I'm like, yo, man, you're a good dude. You should rock with him. Because I always thought, I forward think, you feel what I'm saying? So every time I do something, I'm 10 steps ahead of it. So I don't make a move unless I know what's the consequences, the repercussions, and the gains and the losses of that. And that's been my craft, and that's been, that's been like something that I had since I was young, and that's how I made it this far. You know what I mean? So it's like now it's time to use that.
No, because we always tell people sometimes the best advice that you get is not from people your age. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, I'm like, hey, dude, get around some people that's been in the game a really long time.
Here's one for you, man. If you're the smartest dude in the room or the smartest dude at the table, you're in the wrong room and you're at the wrong table. You can't advance that way. You know what I'm saying? If you sit around everybody think how you thinking, you already know how that shit, man. It's gonna sink. You know what I mean? So somebody gotta be there to say, hey, no, this is what we gonna do. This is where we gonna take it. And if you don't got that, then you spinning your wheels at that point. You know what I mean?
Jeezy breaking down the game today. Yeah. Be happy that you're getting it for free right here on 957 Jamz. 957Jamz. We talking about Jeezy the man, Jeezy the brand.
Yeah. And the brand you can trust.
The brand you can trust. Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this: would you ever put yourself in a situation where you were doing like a hood version of Shark Tank? Where you were giving brothers opportunities? Because I can see you doing that.
I almost feel like that's what the music is. You know what I'm saying? I just, I left the spot. We did the signing, but, for the most part, I had a lot of people telling me what I did to help in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Just keeping them motivated because sometimes you got to hear that. You know what I mean? Sometimes in life, you just get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, you living and you don't know what you're doing. And it's just like you need somebody to tell you, hey, man, listen, you got to take it up another notch. You know what I mean? That's what all the shining and the glamour and glitz is for. Like when you see a cat ride through in them cars, that means you can get that car too. You know what I'm saying? That means you can live in that house too if you grind hard enough.
Wait a second, but wait a second now, Jeezy, because you know a lot of people, when it comes to fans, they just tell them what they want to hear because
I think that's the difference between me and
okay.
That's the difference between me. I don't look at this as music, man. I look at this as real life.
Okay.
Everything about this is real life for me. Everything I do, everything I say.
So if you hear somebody's demo and it's not, you just gonna tell them because you know.
Yeah, you gotta get that together. You know what I mean? You can't sound like him. I heard that.
Hey, no. I mean,
I heard that 10 times over. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Cause I asked him, he give me a demo. I'd be like, yo, what number, man? I can't listen to all this now. You know what I'm saying? I got a long ride home, but tell me number 2. Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 listens. I'm gonna listen. And I've been impressed before, and then sometimes like, damn, I know I heard this.
Cause this generation is used to praise.
Yeah.
That's what American Idol was, like, hey man, you great. Nah, your mama lied to you because now you on TV.
No, it's real life. I mean, I just think that, I look at it like this. I look at it like anytime you get these cats that's coming out these neighborhoods and putting their struggle in the music and it actually works, that should be a sign to the next man that you just got to tell your truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to be truthful with yourself and put in your music because somebody out there going through your same struggle. You feel me?
We gonna keep it right there. We gonna talk about the struggle next. This is Church in These Streets Radio right here exclusively on 957 Jamz. Sturdy Show is in the building. This is Church in These Streets Radio.
He quiet over here.
I should have a. Now he paying attention. Don't let Sturdy.
I'm here. I'm listening. I'm here.
I'm thinking you on IG.
No.
So listen, let me ask you this. We was talking about the struggle earlier.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you that because, a lot of times an artist's first album, you hear a whole lot of pain. Yeah. And then by their third album, you hear a whole lot of progress. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you have been consistent with the struggle in albums, but we know that you got the progress too.
Yeah.
How you do that?
I mean, just like I said, speaking your truth. I didn't get into, I was getting paper when I had my other job.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Before music, so I understood what, the production part was about, like being productive and all that. I understood that.
Okay.
When I got in music, you know what I mean? I only got in music because I felt like it wasn't being represented right.
Okay.
Like the streets wasn't being represented right, the struggle,
right,
what people were really going through. And I was like, if I ever had a shot at this, I'm gonna go hard. You know what I'm saying? And when I got in the door, that was my truth. So it wasn't about me talking about the things that I accumulated. It was more so telling you about what I went through trying to accumulate those things. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the struggle. So when you hear me talk, I'm basically giving you the blueprint. So when you get to that point in your life, when you start making some progress, you understand the things and the changes that come along with that.
No, because listen, I heard it today. I listened to Hustler's Holiday, and I was like, come on, man. Like, 5-6 albums in the game, and you still sound like,
man, it's
like, how you sound like you ain't made it when you made it?
Because you're hungry.
That's a good thing.
I'm hungry.
That's a good thing.
Always hungry, never thirsty, man.
I want to hear another TM 101. That's a
good
thing.
Okay, all right.
But at the same time, is you evolve, but your message never changed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. With me, it was always about the message. It wasn't never about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a hustler, I could do that. But at the same time, it's like I'm in a real position of power, and I understand that. So when I'm even talking to people at another table, like they respect where I'm coming from because I got common sense. But at the same time, I can be the buffer, and I can go talk to all these people that y'all think that y'all looking down on. Like, nah, man, they smart too. They just don't know how to talk to y'all.
Gotcha.
So I can translate it for you if you want me to, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you sitting in those rooms, like people don't understand. So I just like to represent the struggle, man. I'm gonna represent what's really real. You know what I'm saying? When you go home and you take all the watches and the chains off and you put the car up in the garage and you look in the mirror and it's just you and you look in your eyes, it's like, nah, this for real, homie. Like, this ain't no costume. I don't put no gold chains and shades on just to be cool. Like, this me. You know what I'm saying? This is all day, every day.
Church in These Streets Radio, you are getting the E-True Hollywood story on your boy.
Right.
Young Jeezy right here on 957 Jamz. We got more on the way, don't go nowhere. 957 Jamz with your hype man, D Stone, Church in These Streets Radio, and we having church on the radio today.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, you probably late to church too.
So let me explain that, because I know this is a real state where they really, Alabama's really real with religion.
This is a state of movement.
Yeah, and I just want to, I just want you to know, like, at the end of the day, like, when I say church in these streets, I am not comparing myself to Creflo Dollar.
No.
Anybody like that. I don't want an $80 million. I don't want an $80 million jet. If I did, I'd go out and hustle and get it.
Okay.
I wouldn't ask my people for it, but that's just me. But to be honest with you, it's just like, that's what kept me balanced. You know what I'm saying? That's what kept me being a stand-up guy. That my grandma took me to church, Sunday school, you know what I mean? That's what kept me from being like the scum of the earth. Because like when you out here in these streets, you'll do anything to survive, but I had my limitations. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So my reputation, exceeds that. But when I say church in these streets, I'm saying basically like, I've been doing these shows and hitting these cities for years and years and years, and people come and they see the same songs. It ain't about the music.
Gotcha.
It's about our guy. Like he's doing good. He's still representing. You know what I mean? They want to hear what you're saying in between those songs, because that's the motivation. That's the message. And it feels like, it feels like tabernacle. Like it feels like a church.
Yeah.
And it feels like people come to hear their word, because these people understand, what I'm speaking about, because they're going through it. So, the whole church in these streets.
That's what church is. You come to get a message. It could be positive, it could be negative, but it's definitely a message.
In church, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By the way, when they start talking about all the bad in the church, and you the one sitting there like, damn, you talk about me, you already know what's going on.
Right.
You feel me?
That's what's up.
So for me, like church in the streets was just the next level of motivation. Now this is like grown man. Hey, look, man, this is what really goes on out here. If you can deal with that, that's cool. But let me give you a little words of advice while you dealing with that.
And that's why we doing this interview different today, because I didn't want to just do something that's like, the typical interview. So what can we expect from the album and this and that? I want to speak about like, who you are, how this game has changed your life, and for those who look up to you that want the same thing.
Oh, it definitely changed my life though.
We want to talk about that.
I'll tell you that now. It definitely changed my life as far as, the circumstances I was in and the chances that I was taking. Right. But it also gave me, an outlet to, just release a lot of my frustrations that I was going through just on the way up, and the things that I went through. Like when I got locked up last year, you know what I'm saying, for something I had nothing to do with. And then when it all came out, and I got exonerated from the charges, nobody really spoke on it.
Yeah, no, they don't promote that, because that's not the story.
Right.
That's not the story.
They ain't hot.
No, that's not hot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But to me, when you hear that curve in my music and that change, it's almost like, okay, well, y'all want to play to me, use my voice and my stage and my presence to speak on this. Because hadn't I had the resources and the finances, I'd probably still be sitting there, and locked up. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? And that raises another question that I cannot ask right now, because we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's Church 13. In these streets right here on 957 Jamz. 957 Jamz with your hype man, D Stone. Young Jeezy is live in the building.
Already.
Yo, he just telling us everything today. I got a real important question to ask you right now, though.
Cool.
There's a lot of people chasing success, and they have no idea how much responsibility comes with that.
Oh, man.
Can you speak on that for a moment? Because I know you're not just taking care of you. You're
yeah,
taking care of
yeah.
an entire team, and the decisions that you make.
It falls back on everybody else.
Exactly.
I tell people that. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that all the time. You know what I mean? I move different. I'm still all the way about that life. But, I'm not going to jump out the window just because, you start talking lawsuits and, you know what I mean? Just, things of your action when it, hit you in your pockets, or you make a decision that, is going to put your employees or your team, you know what I'm saying, in a bad situation because you made a decision. That's selfish, I think. You know what I mean? Everybody worked hard to get you here. And then you go out here and you just make a decision to do something crazy. I just think that's selfish. That ain't being a boss. That ain't
How many chances do you give your team?
What do you mean?
But that just answered that. Like, no, I'm just saying, because you got to give people the opportunity to grow. Sometimes if somebody makes a mistake like Sturdy, Sturdy does something on the air, and he does something crazy. Hey, no, Jeezy, don't look at him like that. Exactly, man. What's going on up in there?
Try to clip my boy wings.
I'm just saying, like, if Sturdy do something, like, I'll be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that, blah, 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 blah. Coach him through it.
I keep it real. Everybody don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta, guide people, because at the end of the day, if they work for you, they're helping you achieve your dream. Okay. And it's your dream. It's your goals. It's what you want out of life. And, they just want to be a part of it. So if they make decisions that can cost you your dream, that's a real conversation. Now, I wouldn't give nobody too many chances to mess up my dream when I'm working hard every day, every night to get it. So it's like a real conversation. And you give them that one conversation, and after that, it's business, man. It's not personal. You might love Sturdy to death. I love to see Sturdy when I come back. But it is business, man.
Hey, listen, Sturdy gonna end up on a record.
By the way,
I'm
gonna keep it all the way up, man. I just think loyalty is a great thing, and I think that God gave it to certain people. And I'm over loyal, but sometimes that puts you in a bad predicament.
Gotcha.
Because loyalty doesn't work well with business.
Okay.
It just doesn't. It works well with life. You know what I'm saying? But like business, it just doesn't. You can find yourself in the craziest positions.
Wow.
Because you being over loyal, like I'm just gonna be a real man. And then you looking like, damn, well, here we go with this again. And it just, it's crazy because people, I look at it like this, when you come in the rap game, you can't bring, you try to bring everybody in the game with you.
Yeah, you do try to take
it with you. If you make it to, the Houston Texans, whatever, Dallas Cowboys, you can't bring everybody on the field with you.
Got you.
Think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Young Jeezy live up in the studio. He giving you that real today. This is real. This is the realest talk you gonna get.
It's church in the streets, man.
Hey, November 13th. Make sure that you pick it up with 957 Jamz. 957 Jamz. Young Jeezy still live up in the building. I hope that you are soaking this all in. You probably getting the best thug motivation you've ever gotten in your life. But now I'm gonna put you on blast though. I got a question for you.
Here you go.
Here we go. All right. Every rapper has made great business decisions.
Okay.
And made some bad ones. And even had some missed opportunities.
Absolutely.
What opportunity did you miss?
I think in the beginning of my career, I missed a lot of opportunities because I felt like I didn't want to sell out. Okay. And I felt like, a lot of business things that were brought across my table. You know what I'm saying? Across my desk.
So you could have been on that Honey Nut Cheerios commercial?
Yeah, I could have been on that.
You could have been on there with the beat.
I like Special K myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Fruit Loops, you know what I mean? But a lot of that was just, just sticking. I think, my partner always tell me, my business partner, he always tell me, he's like, man, you like Cuba, man. You just reserve and preserve all your, just your greatness and your rawness. And that's why people want to come there and see you because it's like you never sold yourself short. And I just think, sometimes it ain't all about the money, though. I can't say that.
Okay.
And I look at Bob Marley. I look at people like that. They didn't, they didn't move for the paper. He was rich at heart. You know what I mean? Everybody want to be wealthy beyond their wildest dreams, but it's like you don't want to sell your soul to get that shit. Like that's just too much.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? If you can't look yourself in the mirror and say, that was a great decision, then it was a bad decision, and it might line your pockets well. But once you do what you gotta do with the money, you still gotta walk around here with your head up, and I don't know how easy that's gonna be when people are yo.
Now, you know why I asked you that is because I did some research on Shaq.
Yeah.
And he made great business decisions when he was still a player. Like he bought some Apple stock.
Yeah, no. Shaq good dude. Him and Magic Johnson, like they some of the best. But who the illest is what's my man name? Lionel Richie. He's the illest.
What you know?
Man, Lionel Richie owns the whole Rodeo Drive in Hollywood, California, man. He owns half of Hollywood, California. When I say Hollywood, I mean all the big shops and where people shop at, the big hotels. He's on all that. My first time meeting Lionel Richie, I was like, man, I love your music. It's cool. I get it. But you talking to me about this business, man. Like, come on, man. Give me
I got you.
His business game is crazy. He owns half the real estate in Prada and your Fendi. He's the landlord. He owns that, bro.
Jeezy giving you the real right here on 957 Jamz. Church in these streets, available November 13th.
Turn it.